Yes, this data, we are going to get this data into Power Query and we are going to load this data into Excel. While loading, there are 2 or 3 methods available. We will follow that method. First of all, I will close this file. As I told, don't have the data in Excel. Excel la email data vechikadinga. Have it only in Power Queries. So this file, I am going to close it. Could you tell me how can I close a file? Any shortcut key or any simple method to close a file? Control F4, very good. Control F4 or Control W. Control W or Control F4 is the shortcut key for closing a file. Please close the file, Control W or F4. Don't close the entire application. Close only that particular file. And the file mattum close pannunga. Don't close the entire Excel application. Close only that file. And open a fresh new file. Open a fresh new file. Pudu file onu open pannunga. Please open a fresh new file. Blank file. In this file, we are going to get the data. We are going to get the data from the tool. And the table inga get panna porom. Transform the data and load the data and create a report. So this you have to do it only once on your lifetime. Lifetime now what we are going to do, you are going to do it only once on your lifetime for this data. Later you are going to just load the data. That's all. Email future la neenga data mattum add pananum. Everything should be done automatically by Excel. Don't write formulas, functions, don't create chart and everything. It should be done by automatically by Excel. That's what we are going to do now. So we are going to get the data. How can I get the data? Go to the tab called as data. There is a tab called as data. Under the tab of data, get data. Get data. Maybe உங்களுக்கு new query னு ஒரு ஆப்ஷன் வரும். ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. But some feature will work, some feature may not work. Some feature, most of the feature will not work. So get data. Under get data, from file, from database, from Azure, from Fabric, other sources, combine files, I will go with from file. We are going to get the data from file. From file, which file? Excel workbook. So data, get data, from file, Excel workbook. Data under data, get the data from file, from Excel workbook. Okay. Right. Get data from file, Excel workbook. And find that file. Browse. I think you already downloaded that file and you have zipped that file. The file download panni zip panni vechirukeenga. So go to that file and open that file. So I am opening that file 01 revenue analysis. Please open the file revenue analysis. I recommend everyone to please practice it parallelly because Power Query and Power Pivot is very easy to use. Very easy to learn. Similarly, it's very easy to forget also. கத்துக்கிறது easy, learn பண்றது easy, use பண்றது easy, மறந்து போறது ரொம்ப easy. All the easiest concept we will forget it, correct? Toughest concept we will never forget, we will remember it. Easiest concept மறந்து போய்டும். Please do practice. You have to come to the next level. Excel அடுத்தது Power Pivots, Power Query, Power BI நீங்க அடுத்த லெவலுக்கு வரணும். Don't stop using Excel from today. இன்னும் எக்ஸல்லே பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காது everything. சார் சொன்ன மாதிரி bigger data Excel will not handle. Formula function Excel will not handle. Come to the next level. Please do practice parallelly. தயவு செஞ்சு practice பண்ணுங்க. Whatever I am getting, if you are not getting on the screen, stop me, ask me there itself. அங்கேயே stop பண்ணி உடனே கேளுங்க. Stop me, ask me there itself. I can repeat it any number of times. I can repeat it. So let me select that revenue analysis. And I click on import. I click on import. Hope all of you have landed on the screen. Parallel practice பண்றீங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Everyone is practicing parallelly. Please do this because it's a chain of job. If you are not able to do the first step, you cannot come to the second. If you are not able to do the second, you cannot come to the third. It's not like Excel. Filter தெரியலையா starting போயிடலாம், starting தெரியலாம் pivot போயிடலாம், அப்படிலாம் கிடையாது. If you don't know how to get the data, you cannot transform it. If you don't know how to transform it, you cannot load it. If you don't know how to load the data, you cannot create a report. All are interconnected. So, miss point. If some steps, if you have missed, then there may be a problem. Then there may be a problem. Every time I'm asking, stop me, ask me, there itself. Don't hesitate. Basically, silly in the doubts, stop me here itself. The whole day you are going to do this. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, email work stop me, ask me there itself. Okay. So let me select that file, revenue analysis. But while selecting the file, there are two options, load and transform. Both are graded out, deactivated. Why? Because we didn't select the file. So let me select the file, load and transform, load and transform, load. Where it will get loaded? It will straight away get loaded into Excel. But transform, where it will go? Transform will go into Power Query. Transform enga pogum, Power Query ke pogum. I recommend to go with Power Query. Don't load it in Excel. Already the Excel la dhaan irukku. Yerkanave the Excel la dhaan irukku. Once again, why to load it into Excel? We have to clean up the data, we have to transform the data, and we have to load it. Okay, so you have to click on transform data. You have to click on transform data. I'm waiting for everyone. Everyone has came into the screen only. I can click on transform data. I can repeat it again, or I'll come to the system and solve it. Yes, sir. File select pannu, sir. You have to browse and select the file.
Nothing is clear. We are selecting the sheet. So if we select this is sheet.
Okay. So even though there is an option of loading straight away into Excel, please do not do this. Always I recommend to transform it and load it. Clean up panni load pannunga. That's always better. So let me go to transform data. I click on transform data. Remember, you cannot come back to Excel again. Excel transformation, cleaning, you can come back to Excel again. So you cannot come back to Excel immediately. After cleaning up only, you can come back. Clean up panni, load panna Excel open Excel open panna mudiya. Excel cannot be opened here. So go to transform data. Yes. It goes to Power Query. Power Query it is loading to Power Query now. In Power Query, you have to check for three things. Moodu vishayangal neenga check pannu. You have to check three things in Power Query. One is, you have to check whether your data are green. Data green or can't check pannu. First thing you have to check is your data is green. Second thing you have to check is heading is correct. Third thing you have to check is data type is correct. Data type correct or can't. Three things you have to check: heading, green, heading, and data type. Green check panno, heading check panno, data type. I will tell you how to check this. The moonuthiye eppadi check pandradhu na solren. I will tell you how to check all the three. Moonuthiyume eppadi check pannalaanu I will tell you. Note panni vechikkinga. Same thing you will be doing it in Power BI also. Yes. I will tell you, sir. By default, it may not be there. I will tell you. Day before only I had a session on Power Query. I activated it. It will be deactivated on your screen. I will tell you how to get it. But what is the purpose? I will explain. Then I will tell you how to get it. Okay, these three things has to be checked. One is green, another one is heading, another one is data type. Okay, on the left hand side, you can see your sheet name and your table name will be there. On the center area, your column headings will be there. On the right hand side, you will be getting this query settings. What is this query settings? Query settings is a very, very, very powerful feature. Whatever you are going to do from here, whatever you are going to do from here, it will be noted here step by step. Power Query will take a note of this. Whatever you are doing here, Power Query will take a note of this. Could you tell me why it is taking the notes of whatever the steps you are doing? What is the purpose and what is the advantage of this? And notes over step by step note panni vechu. Adnala enna advantage? What is the purpose and what is the usage of that?
Any mistake of any particular step, then we can straight away find out.
Super. Whatever both said is perfectly correct. What he said is if you made any mistakes or if you do some steps, if you want to redo the steps, you can do that steps here. So you can step by step note one step and I want to redo it, I want to edit the steps, I want to modify the steps or delete the steps, you can do it. Like undo in Excel. In Excel also it's noting all your steps, right? You can use Control Z and you can undo it. But how long we can undo it in Excel?
Once saved, it will go up. Until that it is saved.
Until saved. Sure. After saving also you can undo. Until you close the file, you can undo it. But Power Query, lifelong. Anytime you can come and edit your steps, undo the steps and redo the steps. That's the second advantage. First advantage, what he said is correct. Whatever the steps you are doing, it will be shown here. You can undo, we can redo, we can edit the steps. Second one, the lifelong undo will be available. Third one, what he said is also correct. It will maintain the history. It will maintain the history what we did. And when you are adding new data in near future, suppose 2024. Now I'm adding 2025 data. Whatever the steps you did, it will be automatically applied into your new data. இப்போ நீங்க பண்ண ஸ்டெப்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா புது டேட்டாக்கு அப்ளை ஆகும். No need for redoing it every time. It will be automatically applied. Olden days, people will write a macro for it. Now macro lang கிடையாது. Macro concept. Don't write macros. It will slow down your system speed, increases your file size, decreases your system speed. Like putting a old component into a new machine, it will slow down your system speed. Don't write macros. Macro, what it will do is if you are writing 5,000 rows, now today I am adding 50 rows. Macro will run for 5,050 rows. Whereas Power Query, it will run only for 50. Because 5,000 rows, it will automatically create the data. Run only for 50. That's the next advantage of this Power Query. And next advantage of this applied steps. But knowingly, unknowingly, assume you have closed this query settings. தெரிஞ்சோ தெரியாமலோ நீங்க க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கலாம். That's our regular habit. Whenever a new menu is open, we will never read it. கரெக்டா? எக்ஸல் ஏதாவது ஒரு புது மெனு வந்தாலும் you will be closing it. Or it's not on. Any challenges? Anyone knows this? What has to be done? I'm trying to switch on the board. It's not switching on. ஒரு மெயின் பவர் ஆஃப் பண்ணி ஆன் பண்ண வருமா சார்? தெரியல, எனக்கும் தெரியும். கால் பண்ணுவா. Pausing that recording, just time being. So whatever you are doing now, it will be noted here step by step, so that anytime you can undo the steps, you can see the history of the steps. Whatever you are adding a new data, it will be automatically updated here for your new datas. That's an advantage of this Power Query. But knowingly, unknowingly, if you have closed this Power Query settings, தெரிஞ்சோ தெரியாமல அந்த பவர் query settings நீங்க க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டீங்க. If you closed it, you can get it back again. No problem, you can get it back again. How can I get it back? Go to the View tab. Under View tab, the first button, Query Settings. Go to the View tab and you can click on Query Settings. View and click on Query Settings. So when you click on Query Settings, it comes back again. If you have closed it knowingly, unknowingly, you can get it back by going to View tab and click on Query Settings. Okay, but how can I check that three things? Green, heading, data type. How can I check that green? You can see below the every column heading. Over column heading கீழே பாருங்களா, you can see there is a bar appearing here. ஒரு சின்னதா ஒரு bar ஒன்று appear. You can see a small bar is appearing here. Maybe that bar have three colors: green, red, gray. Green means your data is clear. Red means there is a bigger problem in your data, but you cannot solve that problem here. That problem can be solved only in Excel source data. Source data le ஏதோ problem இருக்குன்னு அர்த்தம். Red. Gray means there is a problem, but we can solve that problem here itself. You can solve the problem here itself. That's why it's saying gray. So you will get three colors: green, red, gray. Green means data is correct. Red means there is a problem in your source data. Gray is there is a problem, but we can solve that problem. We can solve that problem. But what is the problem here? Why there is a green? Why there is a gray? Yen green varudhu, yen gray? Green is of course clear. Why there is a gray? Place the cursor on that green or gray. In the green, gray la cursor veikla. When you place the cursor on green or gray, it shows something like 876 datas are valid, 0 datas are error, no error. 124 datas are empty. So that 124 data is a problem for us. 876 plus 124, I think put together 1000. But actually, original source, we don't have 1000, we have more than 1000. எனக்கு 1000 rows மேல டேட்டா இருக்கு. வேணா அப்புறம் கூட செக் பண்ணி பார்த்தலாம். It's having more than 1000 rows in the source data. 2000 something is there, but still it's showing only 1000. Why it is showing only 1000? It will check for a sampling for only for the first 1000 rows. Suppose if you are manufacturing a product, you want to check the quality of only first 5 product. முதல் 5 product check பண்ணால எல்லா ப்ராடக்ட்டும் கரெக்டா தான் இருக்கு. All the product should be right. அப்படிதான் that concept it's working. It is checking with the sampling. It's not checking with the entire data. Sample மட்டும் check பண்ணி if it is okay then the data is okay அப்படின்னு. But I don't want to do it. I want to check for the entire data னு வெச்சீங்களேன். No, as of now it will check only with 1000. It will check only 500 means it will check 500. That's not a problem. Less than 1000, no issue. Maximum, it starts from 1000. It starts from 500 means it will check all the 500. That's not a problem. But I don't want to check 1000. Assume that I want to check the entire data. எனக்கு மொத்த data check பண்ணாதான் I can know that whether my data is clean or not. So what we do, very simple. Just scroll down to the bottom. There is a small option available. Column proofing based on top 1000 rows. By default, it is checking with the 1000 rows. I don't want to check with the 1000 rows. I want to check with the entire data. Click here. And there is an option, column proofing based on entire data. When I click this, yes. Now when you place the cursor over that green or a gray, 1818 rows are valid, 208 rows are empty. It is checking with the entire data set. So you decide which is better. 1000 check panna, okay. Because my data may be too large, million, billion, trillions. Check panna, it may slow down my system speed. If you think that, then you can check only 1000. My data is okay, 1 lakh, 2 lakh. I want to check the entire data first. Then you can go for the second one. Okay? Clear on this? But when I place the cursor, I feel it's very tough for me to go here and place the cursor. Cursor I feel it's very tougher because exactly you have to place the cursor on the green or a gray. Do we have any other option to check whether the green, gray or red? Yes, one more option. Go to the view tab. There is a view tab. Under view tab, column quality. Column quality. There is a checkbox called as column quality. Please tick that checkbox. Select the checkbox, column quality. Yes. You can see on the bottom of every column, it shows the message. No need to place the cursor there. It automatically shows the message. Valid, how many, error, how many, and empty. No need to go to the, every time place the cursor on the green or gray and check it. Just to place the cursor over here. It will show you what is the problem in your data. How many data are valid, how many data are having some problems. Okay. Right? Let us start cleaning up the data. Will Power Query help me to clean up the data? Yes, of course, it will help us to clean the data. How do we help it? Go to the, after placing the cursor, you can see it showing some message, giving some suggestion for us. Remove empty. So it's giving some suggestion. This empty can be removed. But if you don't like the suggestion, can we add another? Yes, there is a 3 dot. You can go to 3 dot. Furthermore suggestion will be there. If you click on 3 dot, there are furthermore copy, keep duplicates, keep errors, remove duplicates, remove empties, remove errors, replace errors. Okay, furthermore suggestion. But still, I don't like this suggestion. Can I use my own option here? Yes. I want to delete all the empty rows. So what I prefer personally is Home tab. Go to Home tab. Under Home tab, there is an option Remove rows. Remove top rows, top 4 rows, 5 rows. Suppose in the top 13 rows has to be removed. You can select top rows. How many rows? 13 type 13 rows. But I don't know. This empty is in top. Empty nadula kuda irukkalam. Empty can be in somewhere else middle also. So I'll go to remove rows. Under remove rows, remove blank rows. Okay. We have seen one option there, remove blank. Remove blank rows. Could you tell me, is there any difference between remove blank rows? Difference? Or both are same? Remove blank rows. Sir? Both are different. Every. Cell. If there is a problem in this cell, for example, if there is an empty in the cell, here, as it's told rightly, sir, correctly, if the entire row is empty, this will delete. But remove blank means if the cell is empty also, for example, this cell is empty, it will find the cell and it will remove the entire row. If the cell is empty, the entire row will get deleted. So I don't recommend it. I recommend to go with this one. Remove blank rows. So let me click on that remove blank rows. So go to Home tab, remove rows, remove blank rows. All the blank row is deleted. Now the data is 100% valid. No errors, no empties. There is no error, there is no empty. 100% your data is valid. You can see two changes. One is your rows has become green. What is the another change? Do you see any other change? Empty has been deleted, the heading has gone up. So what is the other change? You can see one more change on your screen. There is a message appearing here. Removed blank rows. As I told, whatever the steps you are going to do, that will be noted by Power BI step by step Power Query. Power Query will take a note of it, whatever you are doing. If you don't want the steps, if I did it wrongly, can I get back my data? Yes. You can see there is an option. Control Z will not work here like Excel. You have to undo the steps. But before undoing, I want to know what we did here. I forgot it. Today I did it. But when I open the file tomorrow or some other later, why I removed the empty rows? Can I check how was my data before the empty? The empty data. After emptying, how was my data? I want to check it. It's very simple. Before the step, in the step முன்னாடி போய் ஒரு click அடிங்க. Just go before it and make a click on this. You can see my data looks like this. Before this data, before removing the blank, my data looks like this. After removing the blank, I click here, my data looks like this. So this is another advantage of the Power Query. You can check with the earlier step also. Excel undo means undo. That's all. You cannot check what will be before undo, what will be after undo. Excel but here you can do it. What has happened after undoing, what will happen before undoing also. And even one more advantage is you can give some name for the steps. I know this what it did. But when I send these files to others, the files are very they don't know what we did. What is the step we did? They don't know it. So I can give some name for the steps. Name for the steps. So we make a right click on this. Right click on the step. Rename. Rename and give some meaningful name for the steps. Deleted all the empty rows. All the empty rows was deleted. So you can give some name for your steps also. Yes. Which one is not coming? Query settings. I told you if you have unknowingly closed it, you can get it back. Go to View tab, select this query settings. Okay? Oh.
So the error is, what is the definition of error case? Data format which should be marked.
Format empty irukku, NA irukku, ref. Format aduve maathika. Format it will change. Format here format may not be. Format na edun gettingna.
Bill number, all those are numbers. If there is a ABC text, will it show it?
It will take it as a text. Because entire data is having a mixture of text and data. Text when we can change that. The formatting may not be a problem. The data is empty, error, alana problem. REF, empty rows, empty columns, alana errors. Can I load the data now? My data is clear. I told you to check three things. All the three things are perfect. I have turned into green. There are some gray still. But where is another problem? What is the other thing I want to check? Check. What is the second thing I want you to check? Head, is that heading correct? Heading correct arga? Are you sure my heading is correct? Actually, it's not correct. Bill number. Bill number should be the heading of my table. Bill date should be the heading of the table. Region should be the heading. State should be the heading. City should be the heading. Payment method should be the heading. So this should be the heading of my table. Column 1, column 2, column 3 is not the heading of my table. So how can I convert this as the heading? Two methods. Method number 1. Click on the left hand side. There is an arrow mark on the left hand side here. There is an arrow mark. Click on the arrow mark. Use first row as header. Use first row as the header. Method 1. Method 2. Yes, very good. Home tab also you can see use first row as the header. Click on the arrow mark and go to use first row as the header. Home tab, use first row as the header. Don't do both, use any one of this. ஏதாவது ஒன்று பண்ணுங்க, ரெண்டுத்தையும் பண்ணிடாதீங்க. Don't do it twice. Two heading. Heading would have been converted. Number will change into heading. Number 202. That will become a heading after. Don't twice, do any one. ஏதாவது ஒன்று பண்ணுங்க, ரெண்டுத்தையும் பண்ணாதீங்க. Don't do both. Any one of it, don't do both. ரெண்டுத்தையும் பண்ணக்கூடாது. Don't do both. Okay. Let me do this. Use first row as the header. Yes. Now the heading has been promoted. But Power Query, this is the power of using this Power Query. Another step is automatically added. Two things has done here. One is the heading was promoted. Second thing, change step. Can you tell me what it has done here? என்ன நடந்திருக்குன்னு சொல்ல முடியுமா? One is it has promoted the heading, that is perfect. We did it. But one more step was added, change the type. What is that step? And the step என்ன பண்ணிருக்கு? Can you tell me what that step has done here? Any idea? This is very, very, very powerful feature of this Power Query. What it has did is, it has automatically converted your data into a proper data format. Bill number, it's a number 1, 2, 3. And next to the bill date, you can see a calendar image. That means it's a date format, date type. ABC is your text, ABC is your text. It automatically scanned through your entire document. Entire document you scan bunny. It has converted into a proper data type. Three things I asked you to check. Green is okay. Heading is promoted. Data type has been converted properly here. Correcta data type convert பண்ணிடுச்சு பாரு. If it is not converting, 99.9% it will convert. 99.9% it will convert. If it is not converting, can I convert it manually? Yes. For example, assume this bill date is not converted by Power Query properly. Can I convert it? Yes. Select the column, transform. There is an option available called as detect data type. Detect the data type. If Power Query is not converting means you can convert it. நீங்க convert பண்ணிக்கலாம் proper data type. You can convert it into a proper data type. If Power Query is not converting, 99.9% it will convert. Very rarely. Anyway, we'll see that in which chapter this will appear. எந்த chapterல வரும்னு பார்க்கலாம். Sometimes it will not convert. We'll see how to convert it also. Next sessionல பார்க்கலாம். Third thing, still it is not converting. Power Query will automatically convert. If it is not converting, go to transform and convert it. Detect data type. Still Power Query is not converting. For example, this bill date, bill number. I don't want the bill number in a number. Can I convert it as a text? Of course. There is a small button available. 1, 2, 3. Left hand side of the bill number 1, 2, 3. Click it and you can convert the data type also. You can convert the data type. Third method. First method, Power Query will automatically convert. Second method, Power Query is not converting. You convert it. Third method, still it's not converting. Forcefully, I can click here and change the data type. Why? If you are not converting the data type, then you cannot create a report. Yearly, monthly, weekly report, some average, அதெல்லாம் நீங்க பண்ண முடியாது. If the data type is not proper. So you have to convert it into a proper data type. I think here it's proper. So no need for doing the second and third step. Second step, third step நீங்க பண்ண வேண்டாம். Okay? Can I load this to Excel? I'll explain. That's different. Well, there are two ladies not taking air before that. Right example. Still there is a gray, so you cannot load it. There is a gray, you cannot load it. Okay, so you have to remove that gray also. And there are some empty columns. There are some empty columns. This we will come back to this. As he has told, payment mode, there are some gray. We have to remove that. We'll see that. Before that, on the right hand side, there are so many empty columns are available. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So many empty columns are there. We have to remove that empty columns. Normally, what people will do is, right click on the column and go for remove the column. I don't recommend this. I don't recommend it. What I recommend is go to the home tab. Under home tab, choose column. Because if you remove the column, it will get removed. Tomorrow I want the column back. Then it's very tough to find it. If I go with choose column, it's very easily you can find it out. Go to home tab, choose column. And what are all the columns you want it, you can tick. What are all the columns you don't want, you can untick it. For example, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I don't want this column, I am removing that column. But knowingly, unknowingly, I have removed this net profit also. Net profit and I remove I removed this net profit and I said okay. The net profit is removed. After saying this only, I found that I have unknowingly removed that column. Could you tell me how can I get back that column again? Choose column, which is not required. Here on the applied steps, this one is for undoing the step. There is one more option available, settings. This is for editing your steps. Kadasiya neenga panna step edit panikalam. Click here. You can see you can edit your steps. Now I want the net profit. Take this and say okay. Your net profit will come back. That's an advantage of this applied steps. You can undo the steps. You can edit your steps also. Romba powerfully use panapom. Today we are going to use plenty of this. Plenty of these options. Please do not load it because before loading we have to follow a very important concept. So don't load it. We'll change only one thing, then we'll have it after loading. Loading is a little bit important concept. You have to concentrate more time on this. So don't load it. We'll do only one step before the break and only one thing is pending. What we have to do it is that payment mode. Wherever the payment mode is null, null means we didn't receive the payment, that's why it's null. Wherever it's null, we have to replace it with some other value. We have to replace it with some other value. So right click on this payment mode. Right click on the payment. There is an option called as replace value. Right click replace value or go to the home tab, replace value. Right click replace value, home tab, replace value. So let me click on that right click, replace value, null. It's case sensitive. Small letter, capital letter, careful. Small letters and capital letter. I'm typing null. Wherever it's null, I'm replacing with something like pending. Assume that I have typed a wrong spelling. Wantedly, I'm typing a wrong spelling here. Wherever it's null, I replaced with pending, but I written a wrong spelling. I want to correct it now. How can I correct it? There is a settings. So this is an advantage of this Power Query. You can edit your settings also. Edit the last step also. And this will be permanently stored for your lifelong. We'll see how to save this and how to do this in the next part. I hope we already cleaned up this data. All are green. Heading is correct. Data type is also correct. Please do not load it. Please wait. Load பண்ணாதீங்க, wait பண்ணுங்க, because we have to follow some steps while loading. Load பண்றதுக்கு முக்கியமான சில steps இருக்கு. We have to follow that steps. Please do not load it. Don't do anything about this file. Please have it, because next is loading. Based on loading, how to create a report, how to make a drill down features. One by one we are going to see. So don't do anything. When minimize panna mudija panni veching, I think in minimize also you cannot do it now, because still we didn't do anything in Power Query. Have this file. We'll see, because next concept is going to be a very important concept, the load pandrathu. So have it. We'll take a break. It's already ready. 11:15 சொன்னாங்க, மேலே போய்ட்டு. So we'll take a break now. I am pausing the video. Yes. Last session, what we have seen in the last session is how to get the data. After getting the data, we have seen how to transform it. Transforming means cleaning up and converting the data into proper data. Various options. First, how to check whether my data is clean or not is, you can see below the column names, there will be a line. If you place the cursor on the line should be green, 100% green. Then your data is clear. If it is not green, you have to convert it as a green. How can I convert it as a green? Remove empty rows, empty columns. We have to convert it as a green. Second thing is the heading has to be promoted. The heading is not correct. We have promoted the heading. After promoting the heading, automatically Power Query is converted the data type. Munad option adve thana pannidom. Data type is automatically converting. It is scanning through the entire document. Entire document is scanned panni. What it's doing it, it's taking what is a data type, number or a date or a text and convert out. If Power Query is not converting, we can convert it by going to transform. We can click on detect data type. Apdi illiya. Manually you can click here and you can change your data type also. This is how we have converted empty rows, empty cells. Empty cells, wherever my cells are empty, I want to convert it as a pending. So right click and we gone to replace value, and we have wherever it's null, we have replaced with pending. So other steps நீங்க வேணாம்னு நினைச்சா undo பண்றதுக்கு you can click here. But if you want to edit the steps, ஒரு step edit பண்ணணும், அப்ப என்ன பண்ணலாம்? There is an option called as settings. Okay, right. Now we have cleaned up this data. The data we clean up பண்ணிட்டோம். I'm going to load this data. I'm going to load it. While loading it, you can do two things here. One is you can load this as a Excel table. The Excel table நீங்க load பண்ணலாம். Second one, you can load this as a connection. இல்ல pivot table கூட இருக்கு. You can load it as straight away as a pivot table and a chart. Pivot table chart இருக்கு, but I don't recommend it. I recommend any one of these two. Connection. One is Excel table. Second one is connection. If your table is very small, உங்க table ரொம்ப சின்னதா இருக்கு, நீங்க ஒன்னும் பெருசா பண்ண போறல, you are not going to do much thing about this, means you can load it as a table itself. So creating report is very easy. Table ஆவே இருக்கும். Insert a table, you can create a pivot table here. But connection means your data will be in Power Query, but we can create a report in Excel. Data இங்க தான் இருக்கும், but we can create a report in Excel. So we'll see both. Afterwards also you can convert it. Suppose I am loading it as an Excel table. இப்போ load up Excel table load பண்ணிட்டேன். A few minutes back, I don't want it as an Excel table. Can I make a connection only? Yes. அப்படி பண்ணலாம். இல்ல connection பண்ணிட்டேன். I want to make it as an Excel table. Yes. பண்ணலாம். Anytime you can do that. So first, let me load this into Excel. Home la போயிட்டு go to the home tab. Don't straight away click on close and load. தயவு செஞ்சு close and load ல நேரடியா click பண்ணாதீங்க. There is a arrow mark here on the close and load. So go to home tab, close and load. There is an arrow mark on the close and load. Close and load to. Okay. So So I click on close and load to. Click on close and load to. Now, as I told you, it will open a dialog box. Dialog box open. It's asking for four option. I told you two, but it's showing four here. First one is table. Second one is pivot table report. Third one is a chart. Fourth one is only connection. So first நீங்க டேபிளா கொண்டு போலாம், ரிப்போர்ட்டா கொண்டு போலாம், சார்ட்டா கொண்டு போலாம், கனெக்ஷனாவும் கொண்டு போலாம். Later also you can change it. Change கூட பண்ணிக்கலாம். So இப்போதைக்கு we'll go with the table. Normal table all load ஆகும். It will be loaded as a normal table here. Let me try that. Table. Okay. So it's loading as a normal table. Excel table convert ஆயிடுச்சு. Clean up பண்ணிடுச்சு. Data is cleaned up. Empty rows has been deleted. Empty columns has been removed. It has converted into a proper data here. So proper data in loadage. You can see 1818 rows. All the rows data are loaded here. Okay, but I don't recommend it. Already we have the data in Excel. Why இன்னொரு table load பண்ணணும்? Which I don't recommend. The data is already available in Excel. Data is already in Power Query. இன்னொரு தடவையும் we are loading into Excel, which I don't want. I will load it as a connection. Connection load பண்றதா நல்ல practice. That next pop. We'll see how to make it as a connection. Okay? Clear? Until now? Anyacha? For time being, can I save this file? Save பண்ணிச்சுப்பான காலைல இருந்து work பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். From morning we are working it. We didn't save the file. So let us go to file. Save as. Browse. ஒரு name கொடுத்து save பண்ணி வச்சுக்கலாம். I'll give some name for it. Maybe அதே 01 revenue analysis with என்னோட ரெஃபரன்ஸ்க்காக PQ னு வச்சுக்கிறேன். Power Query. With Power Query ஓட சேவ் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கிறேன். I am saving this file with a Power Query. With the Power Query. So we got the data. We have cleaned up the data using the Power Query. Then we have loaded this data as a table. Table load பண்ணிருக்கோம். அதை கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம்னா கன்வெர்ட் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அதுக்கு முன்னாடி சில கான்செப்ட்ஸ்லாம் பார்த்தோம். We'll see some concepts here. Now this is fine. Let me open that source file. இப்போ நான் அந்த source file open பண்ண போறேன். Original source file. That is this revenue analysis is my original source file. This source file only we have converted, we have transformed the data and we have loaded it into Excel, cleaned up பண்ணி load பண்ணிட்டோம். Now let us open that source file, original source file. What are all the things you can do it on the source file? The source file, what are all the do's and don'ts? The source நீங்க என்னெல்லாம் பண்ணலாம் என்ன பண்ணக்கூடாது. What is the do's and don'ts? Can I change the column heading? The column heading நாம மாத்தலாமா? No. Don't change the column heading. Can I delete the column? No. Can I add the column? The column add பண்ணலாமா? Yes. You can add the column, but where we can add it? At the last. கடைசியா போய் add பண்ணணும். Don't add it in the middle. நடுவுல add பண்ணக்கூடாது. Okay? You cannot change the column heading. Don't delete it. You can add it, but add it at the last. Can I change the sheet name? No. Don't change the sheet names. இதெல்லாம் don'ts. Don't change the column name. Don't delete the column. Don't rename the sheet. Add a column is okay. அதில் ஒரு சின்ன advantage add the column, but you can add it only at the last. Lastல தான் add பண்ணணும். Can I add a rows? Rows add பண்ணலாமா? Yes. Where can we add it? Anywhere. எங்க வேணாலும் add பண்ணி. Row மட்டும் இங்க நடுவுல தான் add பண்ணோம். Lastல firstல anywhere you can add the row. For example, let me add a row at the last. புதுசா ஒரு row add பண்ணி try பண்ணி பார்த்தோம். I'm going to add a new data. This data is available till 31 December 2024. 38, 39 is the last bill number. இங்க போய் நான் ஒரு டேட்டாவை ஆட் பண்ண போறேன். I'm going to add a fresh new data and see what is happening on my source data. இங்க போய் டேட்டாவை ஆட் பண்ண போறேன். For example, let me add a data for 4000 ஒரு டேட்டாவை ஆட் பண்றேன். And I'm going to put today's date. I think in Excel we have a shortcut key for adding a date. But before that, could you tell me why I have given some empty cells here, empty rows? Why I have given some empty rows? Because I want to check. நம்ம அங்கே போட்டோம் இல்லையா, எம்டி ரோஸ் ஹாஸ் டு பி டெலிட்டட்னு கொடுத்துருக்கோம். ஸோ அந்த எம்டி ரோ டெலிட் ஆகுதா இல்லையா, ஒரிஜினல் நாங்கள் ரெஃப்ரெஷ் பண்ணால் ஒரு ஆட் அப்டேட் பண்ணால் டேட்டா அப்டேட் ஆகுதா, எம்டிலாம் டெலிட் பண்ணுதான்னு நான் செக் பண்ணி பார்க்கணும். தட்ஸ் வை ஐ கிவன் எம்டி ரோஸ் அண்ட் ஐ வாண்ட் டு செக் இட். Next, I will put today's date. How can I put today's date? In Excel, we have a shortcut key. Control semicolon. L க்கு பக்கத்துல இருக்கு பாருங்க. Next to the L, we have that semicolon. Control semicolon is the shortcut key to get the current date. இல்ல டேட்டை டைப் பண்றதா இருந்தா இப்படி டைப் பண்ணுங்க. 28 space July. இப்படி அடிக்கணும். Don't type 2807. Sometimes 7 can be date or month or year. 2025. இப்படிதான் டேட் அடிக்கணும். When you want to type the date, you have to type it like this, or use the shortcut key control semicolon. I'm adding something here. South region, Tamil Nadu, maybe unga state number, Madurai. Wantedly, I'm leaving empty for my payment method. Payment method empty so that I know that when I add the data, it has to be updated. Empty empty bala, we have replaced it with pending. The pending agudhaan na check pannu. And I'm typing some customer type. Customer type is retailer and something, some amount. I'm typing some dummy amount here to check. I'm adding some value. And 0 is my total cost because we didn't receive the payment, it's 0. My dummy record, I'm adding some dummy data here. So I have added a dummy data in my source table. Save it. And I saved it. We can close it also. We can save it and we can close it. Control W. Will it get updated on my source table? It will get updated on my table here. No, it will not get updated. Like a pivot table. Whenever you make changes on the source, pivot table has to be refreshed. Refresh. How can I refresh it? Go to data. Under data, there is a button called as refresh. Data la pona refresh no option. You can click on that refresh. Refresh. You can see the newly added data is also updated. Empty rows automatically it has deleted. Pending, wherever it's null, it has converted into pending here. New data is automatically added at the last. But I don't like recommending to refresh. Can I refresh it automatically? Yes. Adukku or option irukku, we'll see that. Okay. இங்கே வந்து ரெஃப்ரெஷ் கொடுக்கணும். நீங்கள் இந்த பிவட் டேபிள் பவர் query மூலமாக பண்ணீங்க இல்லையா, அந்த டேட்டாவில் வந்துட்டு டேட்டாவில் போய் ரெஃப்ரெஷ் ஆர் யூஸ் த ஷார்ட்கட் கீ Alt+Fi. இங்கே கர்சர் வச்சுட்டு ரெஃப்ரெஷ் பண்ணுங்க. இல்லை Alt+Fi இஸ் த ஷார்ட்கட் கீ ஃபார் ரெஃப்ரெஷிங். எஸ். That's what you have to close that file. I told you to close that file. Close that file, sir. Source. I told you to close that source file. Maybe you would have given the same name. You can read only something. Can I go back to Power Query again? சரி, நான் சரியா மாடிஃபை பண்ணல, என்னோட டேட்டாவை சரியா கிளீன் அப் பண்ணல. I didn't do the data properly, I didn't modify the data properly. Can I go back to Power Query again? Yes, anytime you can go back to Power Query. There are two methods to going back to Power Query. Open that file with Power Query, and the Power Query இருக்கிற ஃபைலை ஓப்பன் பண்ணுங்க. 01 revenue analysis with Power Query. Right hand side, query and connection. If the query and connection is available, okay. Knowingly, unknowingly, if you have closed it. இதை நீங்கள் க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னு வச்சிங்களேன். Unknowingly, if you have closed it, no problem. Suppose I closed this, I want it back. Data, go to data, under data, query connection. இதை click பண்ணீங்கன்னா it will come back again. So if you click it, it will come back again. இங்கே இருக்கு பாருங்க. Now I want to go back to Power Query. Can I go back to Power Query? Yes. Right click on this table. இந்த டேபிளை right click பண்ணி edit. Edit ன்னு கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா it will go back to Power Query again. திரும்பவும் Power Queryல போய் உங்க டேட்டாவை நீங்க பார்த்துக்கலாம். Suppose you didn't clean up it properly. நீங்க சரியா clean up பண்ணாம விட்டுட்டீங்க. You want to clean up the data now, or you want to delete the data, add the data னா இப்போ கூட போய் பண்ணிக்கலாம். Method 1. Method 2. Method number 2, data, get data, launch Power Query editor. Go to data, get data, launch Power Query editor. Another method to go to Power Query. Power Query க்கு போறதுக்கு இன்னொரு method. So go to the right hand side, right click on the table, edit, or go to data, get data, launch Power Query editor. இப்படியும் Power Query க்கு போலாம். Okay, but I don't like to refresh every time. நான் daily data I will download the data from SAP, ERP, Oracle. Daily I will append the data, add பண்ணிக்கிட்டே இருப்பேன். Every time I cannot refresh. I want my pivot or I want my table to be refreshed automatically. Automatic refresh. So right hand side, query and connection, right click on it. The query connection இருக்குல்லையா, right hand side ல query connection. Right click, lastல ஒரு ஆப்ஷன் பாருங்க, properties. Right click, go to properties. Right click on it, properties. There you can see check box, refresh every. You can set a schedule also. Every 10 minutes, 60 minutes, மாதிரி நீங்கள் ஷெட்யூல் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கலாம். 60 minutes is default. You can increase or decrease it also. நீங்கள் increase, decrease கூட பண்ணிக்கலாம். Based on your data flow. My data is flowing every 5 minutes. அப்படின்னா 5 minutes set. 1 minuteலாம் பண்ணாதீங்க. 1 minuteல எதுவும் பண்ண முடியாது. ஒன்லி தான் ரெஃப்ரெஷ் தான் இருக்கும். நீங்கள் எதுவும் வேலை செய்ய முடியாது. ரெஃப்ரெஷ் ஆகிட்டே இருக்கும். So at least give you 5, 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 50 minutes or whatever you want. Or 1 hour based on your data flow. எனக்கு டேட்டா ரெகுலராக டே பை டே வரும்னா டே 1 hour 2 hours is okay. Every 5 minutes it will flow in 5 minutes மாற்றிங்க. So based on how your data is flowing inside. So right click on this, properties, and click on this refresh data every timings. Based on this, very easily you can create a report. உங்களுக்கு report create பண்ண தெரியும், insertக்கு போயிட்டு pivot பண்ணலாம். But I don't recommend this. I don't recommend it. As I told, I don't recommend to have the table here. Here now the table is having only 2,200 or 300 rows. The data will accumulate every day. Lakhs and million, billion, trillions of data will be increasing. It only 20, 24, 25 வரைக்கும் இருக்கு. நாளைக்கு data is adding every day 10 rows, 20 rows, 100 rows. Data are accumulating. When the data are accumulating, Excel will not handle a bigger data. But I want to create a report based on this, but I don't want the data in Excel. Can I keep the data in Power Query? Create a report in Excel. Report chartலாம் Excelல பண்ண போறோம். Data Power Queryல இருக்கட்டும். என்ன பண்ணலாம்? ரொம்ப simple. While doing import பண்ணும்போது I think you had a 2 option, right? One is Excel, last one is connection. அப்பவே டிக் பண்ணீங்கன்னா okay. But if you are not ticked it, Now we have one more opportunity to select it. Inga right click pannu. This table right click. Load to. We have one more option. Load to. Like two things you have to do. Two things you have to do. Load to. Select this only connection. Add data to data model. The connection is set பண்ணிடும். But report பண்ணலையா, you want to create a report in pivot table or power pivot லாம் பண்ணணும்னா, then you have to select this. Please, from today, make this as a habit, make it as a practice. இது habit practice மாத்திக்கிங்க. So make the data as connection only create connection, add data model. Model மட்டும் இருக்கணும், connection இருக்கும். ரெண்டுத்தையுமே டிக் பண்ணும். Both you have to tick it. So the table will get deleted. அதனால டேட்டா போயிடுச்சானா இல்ல டேட்டா இருக்கும் கண்டிப்பா. Let me try that. Only connection, add data model. Okay. Yes, it's saying the query will correctly connect the table and pivot table. It will get deleted. Okay, no problem. இதை வச்சு ஏதாவது ரிப்போர்ட்லாம் ஆல்ரெடி பண்ணியிருந்தீங்கன்னா that report will also get deleted சொல்லுது. Okay, no issues. I didn't create a report as of now. No problem. Okay. So the table is get deleted. But the data is still there. The data அங்கேயே தான் இருக்கு. எங்க இருக்கு? Power query ல இருக்கு. The data is still in Power Query. Tell me how can you check the data? The data எப்படி செக் பண்ணி பார்க்கலாம் போய்? The data நான் பார்க்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Excel இல்ல. Excel the data is not there. But I want to check the data. How can I check it? How can I go to Power Query from here? Right click, edit. Or data ல போயிட்டு get data, launch Power Query. போய் பார்த்துருமா? Data இருக்கான்னு. Yes, இருக்கு பாருங்க. Revenue, the data is there. So இனிமேல் data Power Query தான் இருக்கும். You can create a report. எப்படி report create பண்ணலாம்? Next பார்த்து. I want to create a report. I want to create a chart. How can I do this? அதான் next. For example, I want to know region, south region, north region, east region, west region, payment, customer type னு இருக்கு. I want to know each region, south, north, east, west. I want to know the region wise. What is the sum of total amount? The total amount sum கொண்டு வரணும். I want to create a report now. So I'll close the Power Query. Excel ல எனக்கு report பண்ணணும். Table இருந்தா ரொம்ப easy. Insert pivot table நீங்க insert பண்ணி create பண்ண. I think most of you are aware of pivot table. But it's not available in Excel. How can I create a report now? Very simple. Go to get data. Go to insert. Arrow mark of the pivot table. Go to the arrow mark of the pivot table. From data model. From data model. நீங்க from data model னு select பண்ணணும். You should not select it from table or external data source. From data model. New sheet la report வேணுமா? Same sheet la. You want the report on new sheet, same sheet is your wish. Okay. That's all. Right hand side you can see the table name and column names are there. This table is not in Excel. Excel illa Power Query la irukku in the table. So region wise, let me drag the region and put it into rows. East, north, south, west. And I want total amount. Total amount வேணா எங்க போடணும்? Value la. Sigma value. So region wise, sum of total amount. Region wise, we got the sum of total. The data is not in Excel. The data is in Power Query. But நம்ம report Excel ல create பண்ணிருக்கோம். We have created a report in Excel having the data in Power Query. Chartum பார்த்தலாம். Power Pivot பார்க்கலாம். Next we'll see Power. What is the advantage of Power Pivot? Next we'll see the advantage of Power Pivot. Power Pivot has two advantages. Drill down, connection. ரெண்டுத்தையும் பார்த்தோம். இன்னும் கொஞ்ச நேரம். How can I create a chart? Suppose same thing, region wise sum of total amount. I want a chart. இதே சார்ட்டா மாத்திக்கலாம். அது ஒரு மெத்தட். இதே சார்ட்டா இல்ல I want another chart. Maybe I want customer type wise sum of total amount. I want a chart, not a report. Chart one. Insert pivot chart. Insert pivot chart. Pivot chart. Insert pivot chart. Pivot chart. Play எங்க வேணா கர்சர் வச்சுக்கலாம். Insert pivot chart. Pivot chart. அது ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா பாருங்க. Use the workbook data model தான் டிக் ஆயிருக்கு. Automatically the data model is ticked. Correct. Data model தான் டிக் ஆயிருக்கு. Data model should be ticked. New sheet, existing sheet. அது உங்க இஷ்டம் தான். Okay. Now, as I told, customer type wise, இங்க இருக்கு பாருங்க column names லாம். Same thing. Customer type, I'll put it into rows, exact access. Total amount, I'll put it into sigma. Customer type wise, what is the sum of total amount? So data Excel illa. The data is not there in Excel, but we have created a report in Excel having the data in Power Query. Power Query la data vechittu Excel la report create பண்ணிருக்கோம். We have created a report and we have created a chart in Excel. Power pivots, pivot chart la உங்களுக்கு தெரியும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். இதோட next level of charting, next level of reporting பார்த்துருவோம் அடுத்தது. Done? This is Power Pivot போய்டும். If all are clear. அதுக்குள்ள லஞ்சுக்குள்ள அட்லீஸ்ட் கன்சாலிடேஷன் ஆஃப் ஷீட்ஸ் ஃபைல்ஸ்லாம் பார்க்கணும். ஈக்குவலன்ட் டு லுக்அப்லாம் ஆஃப்டர்நூன் பார்க்கணும். ஈக்குவலன்ட் டு லுக்அப், ஈக்குவலன்ட் டு இஃப் ஃபங்க்ஷன். Any challenges? Questions, queries, doubts? Clear? Two reasons for not getting doubts. Doubt வராம இருக்கிறதுக்கு ரெண்டு காரணம். என்னது? எல்லாமே புரிஞ்சிட்டா டவுட் வராது. Understood everything also you never get a doubt. Second, nothing understood also you never get a doubt. But problem எல்லாம் இங்க தெளிவா புரியுற மாதிரி இருக்கும். Everything you can understand very easily. The challenge will start after the training is over. ட்ரைனிங் முடிஞ்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் பிரச்சனை. 5:30க்கு அப்புறம் சிஸ்டம் ஓப்பன் பண்ணி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா everything will become blank. ப்ராக்டிஸ் நிறையா பண்ணணும். பிகாஸ் இதெல்லாம் ஒரு புது கான்செப்ட் வேறு உங்களுக்கு. ஈஸி டு யூஸ், நோ நீட் டு ரைட். இனிமேல் ஃபார்முலாஸே மறந்துருக்கு. டோன்ட் ரைட் எனி ஃபார்முலாஸ், எவ்ரிதிங் ட்ராக் அண்ட் ட்ராப். வேர்ல்ட் இஸ் ரன்னிங் லைக் தட் நவ். இப்போலாம் யாரும் ஃபார்முலா ஃபங்க்ஷன்லாம் பார்க்கணும். ஈவன் சாஃப்ட்வேர் இன்ஜினியர் இஸ் நாட் டூயிங் த கோடிங். சாட் ஜிபிடியில் போட்டு காப்பி பண்ணி பேஸ்ட் பண்ணிக்கிறான். கோ பைலட் இஸ் அவைலபிள், ஏஐ இஸ் அவைலபிள். You have to drag and drop and create a report. Don't write a bigger formulas. In olden days la panna mari innum பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காதீ. Stop using VLOOKUP. Stop using formulas and functions. Okay. Power pivot பாத்துருமா? Power pivot. What is the advantage of the power pivot? Two advantage of power pivot. One is you can create a report based on multiple sheets. நிறைய ஷீட்டை பேஸா வச்சுக்கிட்டு pivot பண்ணலாம். Second one is don't create multiple reports. ஒரே report. One report you can see everything. For example, here we have created region-wise report. And I want state-wise report. I want city-wise report. I want customer type-wise report. I want payment method-wise report. 5 report create பண்ணணும். Instead, one report you can display everything. ஒரே reportல எல்லாத்தையுமே display பண்ணணும். Don't create 4 or 5 reports. One report you can see everything. So two things Power Pivot is advantage. One is multi report ஒரே report பண்ணலாம். Multi files ஒரே files பண்ணலாம். So two advantage of Power Pivot. But multiple sheets can be combined into one. Multi reports can be combined into one. No need to create multiple reports. One report you can see everything. Okay. Now, as I told, I want region wise, state wise, city wise, customer type wise, payment method wise, year wise report. But I don't want to create 5 reports. One report you can see everything. Power Pivot has to be activated. Unfortunately, Power Pivot is not available here. Two methods irukku Power Pivot. One is you can activate Power Pivot and you can go it, or straight away you can see the Power Pivot also. Two methods irukku, renduyume explain panren. First, how to activate this Power Pivot. File ku poidu. Go to File, click on File, Options, File, Options, Add-ins. Go to File, Options, Add-ins. Click on Add-ins. Under Add-ins, Excel Add-ins. Instead of Excel Add-ins, don't select Excel Add-ins. Instead of that, make it as COM Add-in. COM, COM. File, Options, Add-ins. Click on the arrow mark. and select com add-ins and click on sorry, go click பண்ணுங்க. Add-ins, com add-ins, go. So I select com add-ins and I click on go. Yes, you tell me what are all the options available here. Enquire ka? Enquire no? INQURE? No. What are all the options available here? Data streamer, power map, power pivot. Enquire? INQURE? No. Sir, PDF adu? That's external tool, sir. Adobe PDF la external tool. Adu Microsoft is kedayadu. So power pivot is available there, correct? Select it. Select power pivot. Select power pivot. Okay. Power pivot select panni okay. Just click on okay. Do you see any changes after clicking on okay? A new tab is created called as power pivot. இங்க பாருங்க புதுசா ஒரு tab வந்திருக்கும் power pivot. இருக்கா? Everyone has got it? Very good. First session and last session we are going to use the power pivot. First session இப்போ today's last session also we are going to use the power pivot. கடைசி செஷன்லயும் power pivot யூஸ் பண்ணுங்க. Now go to power pivot, manage. Click on manage. Power pivot, click on manage. Method number 1. Method number 1. Method number 2. Data model. Some system this data model will be a small icon. சின்னதா ஒரு ஐகான் மாதிரி இருக்கும் சில சிஸ்டம்ல சின்ன குட்டி ஐகான் மாதிரி இருக்கும் அதை கிளிக் பண்ணீங்கன்னா manage data model. If a screen size is very small then it will go to the data model. Another way to go to power pivot இது இன்னொரு method. One is go to power pivot data model, another one is data, the arrow mark, manage data model. Second method, both are same. Let me go to power pivot, manage. It is going to power pivot now. இப்போ power pivot one. First 3 எடுத்துக்கலாம். Let us take 3. Later you can add further also. So I want state, city and region. State, city and region. Tell me which can be the hierarchy. எது first இருக்கலாம், எது second, எது third. State, city, region. Which can be the first, which can be the second, which can be the third. Hierarchy எப்படி வரும்? Region, state, city. Super. அப்படியே பண்ணணும். நீங்க சொன்னதே. Whatever you said, I will do it. Or we can do it. How can I do this? After coming to power pivot, go to home tab, diagram view. Home lo poitte diagram view. Go to home tab and click on diagram view. So I click on diagram view. Yes. It shows the column names here. On the table la enna column irukko ellathiyum kaamikku. Increase the height. Which should be the first level? Edu first level ah varum? Region. So right click on that region. நீங்க சொன்னது டாப் எதுனா first region. So regionல right click பண்ணு. Right click on that region. Create hierarchy. இங்க ஒரு ஆப்ஷன் இருக்கு பாருங்க. Create hierarchy. So right click on that region. Create hierarchy. There is an option called as create hierarchy. Right click. Create hierarchy. What is that name of that hierarchy? இதுக்கு ஏதாவது ஒரு பேரு hierarchy 1 ன்னு இருக்கு. Hierarchy 1 இருந்தாலும் okay. It can be hierarchy 1 or I can give some name for it. Region hierarchy. நான் ஏதோ ஒரு பேர் கொடுத்துறேன். Region hierarchy. You can give any name as per your wish. So region hierarchy ன்னு ஒரு பேர் கொடுத்துறேன். I am giving a name as region hierarchy. Then below region I want state. Drag that state and bring it straight away to the region hierarchy. The region hierarchy ki நேரா வச்சிருங்க. It automatically goes below the region. Method 1. Method 2, right click add to hierarchy இப்படியும் பண்ணலாம். Right click, add to hierarchy, add ஆயிடும். First method. Second method, sorry. First method is drag that state and bring it here. The state drag பண்ணி கொண்டு வரலாம். Second method. Yes. Region கீழ state. Right click on city, add to hierarchy. So நாம ஒரு hierarchy ready பண்ணிருக்கோம். We have created a hierarchy here. Region, state, city. இப்போதைக்கு இது மூணு வச்சிருப்போம். We'll see further more other customer type, payment mode. We can add further more also. But இதுல என்ன advantage in பார்த்துட்டு we'll see the next part. Done? Everyone? Nature. Now let me close this. I am closing straight close பண்ணிக்கலாம். No problem. நேரா close பண்ணு. Save give ஒன்றும் தேவை. Nothing to be saved or nothing. Close பண்ணினா straight away it will get closed. Now let me go to a new I will go to a new sheet or some other sheet. Now I want to insert a pivot chart. I think hierarchy chartல கொஞ்சம் நல்லா ஒர்க் ஆகும். டேபிள்லயும் ஒர்க் ஆகும். But chart it looks much good. டேபிளோட சார்ட்ல இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் நல்லா இருக்கும். Chart. So go to insert pivot chart, insert pivot chart, okay, insert pivot chart, okay, yes. Same thing is appearing, but for advantage, when I expand the revenue, new hierarchy was created here. நாம create பண்ண hierarchy அங்க வந்திருக்கு பாருங்க. The hierarchy is automatically coming here. The hierarchy which we have created. Drag that hierarchy. நம்ம create பண்ண hierarchy கொண்டு போய் access வை. Drag that hierarchy and bring it to access. And the region hierarchy which we have created. நம்ம ஒரு பேர் கொடுத்தோம். I don't know the same name you have given. If you are given the same name, use it. If you are given a different name, அந்த நேம் கொண்டு வா. The name which you have given. நீங்க கொடுத்த நேம் drag பண்ணி கொண்டு வா. Then more fields, region hierarchy wise, what do you want? Sum of amount, sum of discount, sum of tax amount, sum of total amount, anything. I'll put the total amount here. Total amount I am putting into value. You can see the same kind of chart appearing. போன தடவை ஒரு சார்ட் போட்டேன், கஸ்டமர் டைப் போட்டாலே வருது, இதே தானே. What is the difference in this? The main difference is in this chart, any region. இப்போ நான் சவுத் ரீஜனை செலக்ட் பண்ணேன். If I click, all the region will get selected. How can I select only the south region? One more click. ஒரு செகண்ட் வெயிட் பண்ணி one click பண்ணு. Now the south region is selected. Double click on that south region. Double click பண்ணலாம். One more method is also available. I will tell you both the method. Double click on that south region. Yes. Under south region, it shows state wise. South region கீழே என்னென்ன ஸ்டேட் இருக்கு? ஆந்திர பிரதேஷ், கர்நாடகா, தமிழ்நாடு. Double click on Karnataka. Under Karnataka, it shows what the city wise report. இதெல்லாம் நார்மல் சார்ட்ல பண்ணவே முடியாது. You cannot do this in a normal chart. மூணு சார்ட் ரெடி பண்ணாலும் ஸ்டேட்டுக்கு சிட்டிக்கு ட்ரில் ஆகாது. Under that state, you cannot say the city wise. Under city wise எல்லாம் பார்க்க முடியாது. திரும்ப how can I come back to the main screen again? Go to analyze. Go to the pivot table, analyze. Drill up. It comes to the main screen. Drill up. Okay. If you are not able to double click on it, no problem. Select it. Analysis. Drill down. The drill down activate ஆல்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? You didn't select anything. நீங்க empty இடத்துல கர்சர் வச்சிருப்பீங்க. இல்ல you didn't select a particular region. ஏதாவது region select பண்ணாதான் only one region. I select only the north region. Drill down. Double click பண்ணலாம், drill down பண்ணலாம். Drill down. Under north region, what are all the states? Suppose I select Uttar Pradesh. Under state, what are all the cities? Uttar Pradesh kira Kanpur and Noida. Drill up. Okay. One more advantage is, this is particular region, state, particular state, city. But can I see all the cities? In all states and all cities, yes. There is a plus symbol appearing on the chart. Plus symbol. Click on that plus symbol. So all region, all states. All region, all states report. One more plus symbol. All region, all states, all cities. All region, all state, all cities. This is literally impossible if you are using a normal pivot table or a chart. அதுக்கு தான் சார் சொன்னேன், ஏதாவது ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் இது செலக்ட் பண்ணணும் சார். நீங்கள் யூ ஹேவ் டு செலக்ட், கிளிக் இட், 1 செகண்ட் வெயிட் பண்ணி அந்த ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் ரீஜனை கிளிக் பண்ணணும். அப்போ தான் ட்ரில் ஆன் ஆகும். அதான் இப்போ சொன்னேன், ஆன் ஆகலன்னு அர்த்தம் நீங்கள் செலக்ட் பண்ணலன்னு அர்த்தம். அந்த பர்டிகுலர் ரீஜன் எல்லாத்தையும் செலக்ட் பண்ணால் ட்ரில் பண்ண முடியாது இல்லையா? ஏதாவது ஒரு ரீஜனை செலக்ட் பண்ணால் தான் ட்ரில் ஆகும். This you can convert this later. I don't like it as a bar chart, column chart. Can I make it as a pie chart? Yes, very well. Select this, design, change chart type, and I will make it as a pie chart. Small pie chart up. Pie chart ka ade drill da. I select the particular region, east region, double click, east region, south region, state wise. State la poi double click பண்ணுங்க, Andhra Pradesh, city wise. Analysis, drill up, drill up, drill up. Chart மாத்திருக்கேன். I changed the column chart into a pie chart. Select the chart, design, change chart type. Whatever the chart you want. The column chart is okay, you can have a column chart. Line chart is okay, you can have a line chart. Line chart drill panna andha alukku nalla irukadu. Column chart, bar chart, pie chart looks good. Can I add one more into this? For example, state, I added a region, state, city. Suppose I want to add the payment method below the city. Cash payment evlo, check payment evlo, credit card payment evlo, no. I want to go back to power pivot. How can I go back to power pivot again? Power pivot, manage. What is the next step? Diagram view. Then what you do is, region, state, city. I want to add the payment mode also. Payment mode add pannu. Right click, add hierarchy to region. So இதுக்கு கீழே பேமெண்ட் மோட் ஆட் ஆகிடும். ஸோ இது மாதிரி நீங்கள் ஆட் பண்ணிகிட்டே போகலாம். ஒரே ரிப்போர்ட்ல எல்லாத்தையுமே பிலோ பேமெண்ட் மெத்தட் ஐ வாண்ட் வாட் யூ கால் கஸ்டமர் டைப், ரீஜன், ஹைராக்கி. ஸோ 5 போட்டிருக்கேன். ரீஜன், ஸ்டேட்டு, சிட்டி, பேமெண்ட் மோட், கஸ்டமர் டைப். ஆர் யூ கேன் புல் திஸ் அப்வர்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் டவுன்வர்ட்ஸ், மூவ் பண்ணி கூட வச்சுக்கலாம். கஸ்டமர் டைப்பு அப்புறம் பேமெண்ட் மோட், யுவர் விஷ். யூ கேன் ட்ராக் இட், யூ கேன் ட்ராப் இட் ஆல்சோ, ரீஅரேஞ்ச் கூட பண்ணி வச்சுக்கலாம். Now I close this. இப்போ இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா எல்லாமே வந்திருக்கும். Let me go here. ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் ரீஜன்ல போய் டபுள் கிளிக் பண்றோம். சவுத் ரீஜன் டபுள் கிளிக், ஸ்டேட், ஸ்டேட் டபுள் கிளிக், சிட்டி, சிட்டில சென்னை, கோயம்புத்தூர், மதுரை. செலக்ட் டபுள் கிளிக் ஆன் கோயம்புத்தூர். Under Coimbatore it shows the customer type wise, direct customer, distributor and OEM. Under customer, particular customer, retailer, payment method wise, cash evlo, check evlo, e-wallet. So ellathiyume, everything you can get it in one report. Ore report la ellathiyum amchirum. 5 report create panna. Even if you create 5 report also, it will not be interactive like this. Correct? 5 report ajora state na inda state oda report, and the city oda report na nam panna mudiyadhu, which is impossible. But we can do it here. This is the advantage of the power pivots and power queries. Drill up, drill up, drill up. Done? No formulas, no functions. No formula edula, functions edula. We don't drag it, drop panni. We have created a report like this. Done? Clear? Whatever I am doing, you can do it very easily. நீங்க ஒரு சின்னதா ஒரு டாஸ்க் பண்ணுங்க. I want you to try this. If you are not getting, I will help you. It's a close point. This you can close it. This you can close it. Open a fresh new file. ஒரு புது எக்ஸல் ஃபைலே ஓப்பன் பண்ணிக்கங்க. I don't want to, I didn't close the application, க்ளோஸ் பண்ணல, ஃபைலை மட்டும் க்ளோஸ் பண்ணோம். So open a fresh new file. Now what I want you to do here is, இதில் நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ண போறீங்கன்னா, I want you to try this. இதை நீங்கள் ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க பார்க்கலாம். I want you to try this. Yes. Get a data from the file 02, sorry, the file name 02 vehicle sales. 02 vehicle sales னு ஒரு ஃபைல் இருக்கு. அதுல இருந்து நீங்க டேட்டாவை கெட் பண்ணுங்க. கெட் பண்ணி remove the top 4 rows. முதல் 4 rows remove பண்ணோம். delete it. Remove the empty cells and empty columns. Empty rows, empty columns இருந்தா remove பண்ணுங்க. Empty rows and empty columns has to be removed. If required, promote the heading. தேவைப்பட்டா heading promote பண்ணணும். Data type மாத்தணும். If you want to change the data type, replace the value in the column. Type னு ஒரு காலம் இருக்கு. கொஞ்ச நேரத்துக்கு முன்னாடி பண்ணீங்க இல்லையா, payment mode, wherever it's null, we are replaced with pending. Same type னு ஒரு காலம் இருக்கு. அந்த காலம்ல wherever we have null, we have to replace it with hybrid. இதெல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு close and load to create only connection. Only connection create பண்ணி add data moduleயும் select பண்ணுங்க. ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. If you are not getting, I will help you. ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. ஒரு 3 or 4 minutes or 5 minutes you can try this. ஆனால் everything I cannot explain. எல்லாத்தையும் நானே எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ண முடியாது. நீங்கள் ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. Try please. Try and fail rather than failing to try. If you are not getting, no worries, I will help you. வரலனா பிரச்சனை இல்லை, நான் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுறேன். ட்ரை பண்ணு. If you are not getting, no issues, I will help you. But try. For 5 minutes, otherwise I will try. நான் ட்ரை பண்ண அப்படின்னா step by step, I already given it. Try பண்ணுங்க. Because whatever I am doing, you can do it very easily. I want you to try something. Try பண்ண நாளைக்கு அப்பதான் போய் independent, you can do it later. Get the data, load it. Report after the box. Reporting will see next. Just to load it. Done. Any challenges? 4 rows. First you have to delete the top 4. And columns, columns, choose columns. There is an empty column, you have to delete it. Then only you know which are the columns you use first row as the header. Use first row. Now it is provision. Now you can find which is the empty column. Choose column, choose column. Done. Super. 2-day training on the score லாம் கொடுக்க முடியும். 1 day ல பண்ண முடியும். Can I try this? Can I close this and try? Or you want me to wait? Done, everyone? 1 minute I'll wait. Maximum. Sir, over. Very good. Choose columns.
Choosing column and like removing blank rows is that way.
Select and right click and remove. And sometimes columns which is blank also we can delete it. Sometimes the column which is having a data also we can delete it. For example, employee address இருக்குன்னு வச்சுங்களா தேவையில்லை அதை கூட நம்ம ரிமூவ் பண்ணணும் அது கிடையாது
Blank is easier. So, but this is
as of now no way only one way correct right I am going to do it now. I think most of you has did it, but let me try here. Data, get data from file, Excel workbook, and we'll select the second one, 02 vehicle sales. 02 vehicle sales, import. It goes to Power Query. You have to select the sheet name. Sales data is my sheet name. Transform data. Top rows has to be deleted. Top 4 rows has to be deleted. Top 4 rows. Null podadinga. There are some null. There is some other data, so null cannot be deleted here. So go to remove rows. Top rows. How many? 4. This 4 rows has to be deleted. Top 4 rows. Okay. Yes, top 4 rows deleted. Remove rows. Empty. I don't know whether there is empty or not. I think green adhaan irukku, but still I am removing all the blank rows. Blank columns are there. So many columns. Which column I don't know. You can count it and check. From ninth column I want to remove. That's one method. Manually I can do it now. Or else promote the heading. If you promote the heading so that I will know which is a wanted column, which is an unwanted column. Tell me how can I promote the heading? Click on the arrow mark. Use first row as the header. But as of now it is checking with only 1000 rows. How can you check with the entire data set? There is an arrow mark here. Make it as entire data set. If you want, you can do it. Yes. Finally, I want to remove the unwanted columns. How can I remove the unwanted columns? Then let me select all untick பண்ணிட்டு I select only the wanted columns. Only the column is wanted. I am selecting only the wanted columns. Okay. Then 9, 10, 11, 12 till 22 it's not required. Sometimes as I indicated, the column which is having the data also may not be required. சில சமயங்களில் data இருக்கிற column. Employee database, employee email ID is not required for reporting. Mobile number is not required. Customer data இருக்கு. அதில் customer website number, websiteலாம் நமக்கு வேண்டாம். So that are all the things you can remove it. Say okay. Right. Now one pending இருக்கு. What is the one pending? Replace value. Type. Right click. Then replace values. Wherever we have null, it has to replace with hybrid. Hybrid. Okay. Then finally, next என்ன பண்ணோம்? Close and load to. Then இங்கதான் important. Only connection. Add data model. Okay. But suppose I forgot to select the add data model. Only connection பண்ணிட்ட data model add பண்ணல. என்ன பண்ணலாம்? How can you do that? Right click. Edit தேவையில்ல. Edit power query க்கு போவோம். It will go to power query. But the only connection data model tick பண்ண மறந்துட்டேன். So இங்கே இருக்கு பாருங்க. Load to. Once again load to, you can tick it. If you forgot to tick this, you can tick this. மறந்து போயிட்டீங்கன்னா இப்போ டிக் பண்ணிங்க. Suppose if you forgot to tick it. Power query ஏதாவது மறந்து if you didn't do it anything in power query, right click, go to edit, it goes to power query. So let me save this file. I think as I told, if you follow the steps, it's very easy. You have to do the steps. From today, you have to do so many steps. Before today evening, at least 10 times we will do this. பத்து மேலைக்கு நம்ம பண்ண போறோம். I think you will be well versed on this by today evening. File, save as, browse. I'll give some name for it. Adhe name 02 vehicle sales with PQ. With PQ power query. So my identification kaga I'm giving a same name. Now second thing what I want you to try. அடுத்தது நீங்க ட்ரை பண்ண போறது. One more task in the same exercise. Create a hierarchy as below. Type group name. Type click பண்ணா அது ஒரு group என்னன்னு காமிக்கும். Group click பண்ணா என்னென்ன நேம்ஸ்னு காமிக்கும். அதுக்கப்புறமா சார்ட் ரெடி பண்ணுங்க. அதுக்கப்புறமா கிரியேட் அ சார்ட். அந்த ஹைரார்கி வைஸ் கவுண்ட் ஆஃப் இன்வாய்ஸ் நம்பர். டைப் ஹைபிரிட்டா டீசலா அப்படின்னு போனா ஹைபிரிட்டை கிளிக் பண்ணா அது கீழே குரூப்பை கிளிக் பண்ணா அது கீழே நேம். லாஸ்ட் செஷன் பண்ணீங்க இல்லையா? ரீஜன் வைஸ் கிளிக் பண்ணா ஸ்டேட்டை கிளிக் பண்ணா சிட்டியை கிளிக் பண்ணா பேமெண்ட் மெத்தட் கிளிக் பண்ணா கஸ்டமர் டைப். அவ்வளோதான் வேண்டாம். ஒன்லி 3. கிரியேட் 3 hierarchies and create a chart. பை சார்ட் போட்டாலும் ஓகே, காலம் சார்ட், பார் சார்ட் இஸ் யுவர் விஷ். எந்த சார்ட் வேணாலும் பண்ணுங்களேன். யூ கேன் கிரியேட் அ காலம் சார்ட், யூ கேன் கிரியேட் அ லைன் சார்ட், யூ கேன் கிரியேட் அ பை சார்ட், யுவர் விஷ். பட் ட்ரை. எஸ். பவர் பிவட் ஹைரார்கி எங்க கிரியேட் பண்ணோம்? பவர் பிவட்ல தான். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைப் கீழே குரூப் கீழே நேம். அதுக்கப்புறம் வெளில வந்து சார்ட் ரெடி பண்ணு. ஆஃப்டர் தட் கம் அவுட் அண்ட் கிரியேட் அ சார்ட். Done. Everything you have to take maximum 2 or 3 minutes. Email reports and you have to do it only once in your lifetime. Or the dashboard பத்தி ஈவினிங் குள்ள பாத்துறோம் dashboard. As of now we are dealing with only one reports. Dashboard எப்படின்னு ஈவினிங் குள்ள பார்க்கலாம். We'll create 2 or 3 dashboards based on multiple sheets, multiple files. Pie chart. Data label. Data label. Chart, usual charts. I will tell you. Wait, if you are not getting, I will tell you. Okay. Super. Can I try? When up on a first step, what is my first step? Where we have to create a hierarchy? Power pivot. Manage. Then. Abram. Diagram view. Very good. Then. Edu first. Type. Type group. Right click on the type. Create hierarchy. Hierarchy 1 in both. Let it be hierarchy 1. Then below this, group. Below this, name. Very simple. First type group name. Close this. Power pivot. That's all. This power pivot evening. We are going to come to power pivot only evening after this. After this, we are going to concentrate more on power queries. Insert. Pivot chart. Pivot chart. First, by default, it will show a column chart or the pie chart. Okay. Place the cursor here. Click it. Hierarchy 1. I will drag the hierarchy 1 to access. Invoice bill number. Invoice number, bill number. Bill number, I will count off bill number. I will put the bill number into sigma. Yes. Diesel, electrical, hybrid and petrol. Let me double click on diesel. Under diesel, it shows family, heavy duty, luxury vehicle. Let me double click on family vehicle. Under family vehicle, it shows what are all the type of vehicles. Drill up, drill up, drill up. Go to design, change chart type. I'll make it as a pie chart. How can I display the value here? Plus symbol, data label. But it is displaying only the numbers. How can I get the number and value both here? Methods, go to quick layouts. See whether there is a layout available which will display the value and percentage. Quick layouts. Go to the design, quick layout, see whether there is a layout available which will display the values and percentage. If there is available, use it. If it is not available, plus symbol, data label, more options. And select whatever you want. Value, percentage, name, like this, whatever you want, you can select it. Outside end. I am placing it outside end. One chart you can get multiple like this. One chart le ellathiyum display pannidum. Double click and double click. Drill down, drill down, drill down. Drill up, drill up, drill up. Yes. I save it and I close this. Now, just watch here. I don't want you to try, but please watch here. Third, 03, machine feed data. I opened the file called as 03 machine feed data. Machine names are there, group name, subgroup name, feeder name. Over machine, every day we are feeding some values or some things, 55 numbers, some items feed in the machine, 11, 12, 13, 14 every day. This data looks good. Till 25 we have loaded the data. This data looks good, but this is not a right way of creating your table. In the table proper illa, your table should not be like this. Maybe in your company itself I have seen a data like this, where the date should not be the heading of your table. Date should be the data of your table. Date in varno adu keela date varno. For example, how this data should be is bead, building, machine, crewing, hydraulics press, glue feeder, 11th, what is the value? Same data, 12th, what is the value? Same data, 13th, what is the value? When we can create a report. Now suppose I want to sort a particular month wise, day wise. I want to filter a particular year, month, which is not possible because this data looks like this. It's not a right method. Actually, etana column irukuna 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 columns. This 4 columns plus 2 column. One column should have a date where all the date should come here. And value, all the value should come here straight away to the date. 11th for this machine, what is the value? 12th for this machine, what is the value? So we have to convert this data into a proper data, which is not a right method. So I've seen many companies are struggling like this, that it looks like a pivot table. When you see it, it's proper. But when you create a report based on this, which is very, 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 very tough. So how can I convert this data into a proper data? In Power Query, it's very easy. In Excel, we have to struggle for this. Copy, paste, transpose. But Excel, Power Query, it's very easy and simple. First, let me load this data into Power Query. I'll close this file. Control W. Open a new file. I'll open a new file. Data. Get data. From file. Excel workbook as usual. Be with me. If you have any questions, doubts, queries, stop me, ask me there itself. Machine feed data. Import. Machine feed data. I select import. Select the daily data. Transform. Select the daily data. Transform. It going to Power Query again. Before doing anything, please check that column quality. Column quality, 3 things you have to check. Green, heading, data type. Green, heading, data type. Is all the 3 are correct here? Heading is not correct. Very good. Data is green. Perfect. But heading, which should be the heading? Machine name, group name, subgroup name, feeder name. This should be the heading. So, promote it. Click on the arrow mark. First as header. Header is promoted. Very powerful, but a very simple but a powerful feature. I want to convert this data into a proper data. As I told, the machine name, group name, subgroup name, feeder name, date, what is the value? Another machine name, feeder name, subgroup name, what is the value? So it should display in a row form, not like a column here. We have to convert it. 2 methods to do it. First method, first 4 columns are perfect. After the 4th column is a problem here. This date should not be heading, date should be your data. From here till the last, we have to select it. Tell me, how can I select it from here to the last? Excel Mari control shift right arrow will not work here. Select the first column, go to the last column, shift key, click. Hold the shift key and select it. Hold the shift key and select it. I will tell you two methods. This is method number one. One more method I will explain. One, select it from the fourth to the fifth to the last. Fifth column, shift key, select the last column. Fifth column select panni, shift key press panni, last column select. Then go to the tab called as transform. Transform or tab. Go to the transform column. Unpivot columns. Unpivot columns. Click on the arrow mark of this unpivot columns. Click on the arrow mark of unpivot columns. Unpivot columns. You can use this. Unpivot selected columns. This also you can use. Both are same. ரெண்டுமே ஒண்ணுதான். So I click on unpivot columns. That's all. Your data has been converted into a proper columns here. And the date and the particular machine, this is the value. That machine, particular value, this is the value. It will create thousands of rows here. The manual convert panna, it's impossible and it's very tough. But still one more thing has to be done. இன்னொரு விஷயம் நம்ம பண்ணணும். But this is method number one. Method number one, what I did is very simple. I selected from first to the last. Select the first column. Go to the last column. Shift and click. Unpivot columns. Go to transform. Under transform, unpivot columns. Unpivot columns. Or other unpivot select the column. This is okay. This is okay. Method one. But if you feel selecting is very tough, here 25 is okay. Suppose I will add 26th or today's date. In your data work, I will add one more data, 28, 29, 30. Every time we cannot unpivot this. So what you do is reverse method, reverse technology, reverse method. So select first four columns. முதல் 4 columns select பண்ணுங்க. First 4 columns. Select that first 4 columns. Instead of selecting all the other columns, select the first 4 columns. Unpivot columns. Then unpivot other columns. Super. இதை தவிர இந்த காலத்தை தவிர மற்ற காலத்தையும் ப்ராப்பர் ரிவர்ஸ் செலக்டட் காலம் அன்பிவட் பண்ணலாம். இப்போ உல்டாவா பண்ணிக்கலாம். Unpivot except this fourth column, other columns converted. Unpivot other columns. That's all. Now it was converted into a proper data. This is easier. Second one is easier compared to the first one. And the first one persa select pannu. This is very simple. But can I load this data into Excel? If I load pannalama? Na panna kudadundra. Why? Sir? And there is green. Green arge. Okay, sir. That's checking answer, sir. Proofing da. But when not check panikalam, we can check it as entire data set. Can I load this now? Very good. The heading maathiruvom. We can change the heading. For example, I'll double click on this heading. And I give a name as something like feeder date. Any feed pandramo on the date. I may double click on this or right click rename feeder value. Don't say just a date. Date into a data type. And I'll give some meaningful name. Sales date, invoice date, bill date, feeder date. Or some meaningful name for it. I change the heading. Ipo load pannalama. Super. Data type is not correct. It's ABC. Appa yearly, monthly, weekly report la neenga panna mudiyad. So how can I convert this as a date format? Rendu methods sonna. First, Excel will convert. Power Query will convert. If Power Query is not converting, I tell you to do one more thing. A third. You solve the third. You click panni maathradhu third method. Second, intermediate இன்னொரு method சொன்னேன். பண்ணிட்டு அப்படியே work out ஆகலாம். Do the third method சொன்னேன். Transform. Detect data type. Transform போய் டிடெக்ட் பண்ணி பாருங்க. இப்படியும் ஒர்க் அவுட் ஆகலனா தான் தேர்ட் ஒன் யூ ஹேவ் டு ஃபோர்ஸ்ஃபுல்லி டூ தட். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பவர் பிஐ சாரி பவர் query will convert it. Power query is not converting, transform, detect it. Still it's not converting, then manually go there and change. I think third is not required. 99% this will do that. Very rarely the third step. So detect data type. Yes. Now it has changed into a proper data. Ipo load. Now you can load it. Now you can load it. Home tab, close and load. Then இதுக்கப்புறம் steps நீங்க தான் சொல்லணும் எனக்கு. Home tab, close and load. Close and load to. Then only connection. Add data. Table na table away வந்துரும். If you want it as a table also you can get it. That's your wish. But I don't recommend it. And every day data add ஆயிட்டே இருக்கும். Table போட்டா file size எகிரும். System slow ஆயிடும். Better to put it in a connection format. So data will be in Power Query. Data Power Query la irukum, report will be in Excel. So every day, whenever you load the data, it will be automatically updated here. But இப்போ automatically update ஆகுது. Automatically update ஆகும். Every day or every 1 hour it is to get updated automatically. என்ன பண்ணலாம்? Right click on this. Properties. இது வேற வழியில் ஒவ்வொரு டேபிளுக்கும் பண்ணி ஆகணும், இல்லைன்னா ரெஃப்ரெஷ் ஆகாது. No other go. This you have to do it for every table. பிரேக் முன்னாடி ஒன்று பார்த்துரும். பிரேக் அப்புறம் தான் கன்சால்டேஷன் பார்க்க முடியும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். As of now, starting the consolidation of multiple sheets and multiple files before the break. We'll see that. இப்போதைக்கு இந்த ஃபைலை சேவ் பண்ணிச்சு. Save this file. Save. Browse. Name mission feed data with Power Query. Now what I want you all to try, but don't load it. Try மட்டும் பண்ணுங்க. Don't load it. அடுத்த file 04 city month wise. You have to get this data into Power Query and convert this data into a proper data. Year தனியா, month தனியா இருக்கு. City names, Hyderabad, Itanagar, Dispur, Patna, Raipur. That should not be the heading of your table. That should be the data. City கீழே ஒவ்வொரு சிட்டியோட நேம்ஸும் வரும். வேல்யூஸ் போட்டு வேல்யூஸ் வரும். இதை ப்ராப்பரான டேட்டாவை நீங்கள் கன்வெர்ட். I want you to convert this data into a proper. It's not proper here. Year month is okay. Year month is okay. But city is not in the proper form. City proper I know. City should not be the heading of your table. City should be your data. City or a name or not. The city name should be below the city column. Sales, all the things, sales amount, kid is allowed. I think 2 minutes you can do it. Done. Don't worry, it's wait. Okay. நான் ட்ரை பண்ற மாதிரி I'm going to try this. I'll close this file, open a new file, get data from file, from Excel workbook, city city month wise, import it. Then select that year, month, city, transform data, goes to Power Query again. So what can I do now? Select first two columns. That is easier. Instead of selecting so many cities, it will take some time. Select first two columns, transform, pivot columns, unpivot other columns. Super. Let us give some name for this. Attribute, I will give a name as city name. That is city name. This is, let us take sales amount. This is my sales amount. One more challenge here is, I can see year and month in a separate column. I want to convert it as a year format, date format. The data much na எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் ஈஸியா இருக்கும், so that I can create yearly, monthly, weekly. When I create பண்ணி கூட பாத்துறோமே yearly, monthly report. How to create a yearly, monthly report also we'll see. But this has to be converted into a proper date format. In Excel, two columns different. One column year இருக்கு, one column month இருக்குனா we have to use a concatenation ஒரு function இருக்கு, ampersand னு ஒன்னு இருக்கு, அதெல்லாம் பண்ணணும். But here nothing is required. First select the month. Month first, ஏன்னா first month அப்புறம் தான் year. Normally in a date, we'll get the month first and year next. So select the month first, then select the year. Don't do it in reverse. So month first அப்புறம் year. Year month select பண்ணாதீங்க, அப்புறம் then the combining will be little bit tougher. So select the month, select the year. Now you tell me, if I want to combine these two columns, if I want to combine the two columns and make it as another column, 2 plus 1, 3, இன்னொரு column வரணும். So this 2 has been combined, I want one more column. For that, you have to go to add column. 3, add column. But this 2 has to be combined. இது ரெண்டும் combine ஆகி, I want it in a single column. 2 is equal to 1. 2 is equal. ரெண்டு combine ஆகி one column. That is called as transform. ஞாபகம் வச்சுங்க. Today we are going to use many of this. எங்க add column யூஸ் பண்ணோம், எங்க transform column யூஸ் பண்ணோம், நீங்க நல்லா தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். Today we'll do that when you write some formulas and functions. So combine together. If you want another column, you have to go to add. Combine together 2 into 1. ரெண்டு காலத்தையும் சேர்த்து ஒரே காலமா வரணும்னா go for transform. Now I will go to transform because I don't want an extra column. Excel extra தான் பண்ணி ஆகணும், பட் பவர் கொரியில பண்ணலாம், இங்கேயே பண்ணலாம். Go to transform, merge columns. Merge columns. This one. So we are going to merge both the columns into one. Transform, select month and select year. Merge columns. Click on merge columns. What is the separator for the two columns? Month. After that, what is the separator you want? Date separator hyphen slash. I recommend here, let us go for a system body. I will go with the hyphen. Hyphen body na correct ah slash avada. So unfortunately hyphen is not there. So what I can do? Custom and type the hyphen here. What is the new column name? புதுசா வரப்போகுது, அந்த காலத்தோட பேர் என்ன? Sales date. Sales date. வெறும் date கொடுக்காதீங்க. Give some meaningful sales date, bill date, invoice date, ஏதாவது ஒரு date. That's all. Okay. Two column has been transformed into one column. ரெண்டும் சேர்ந்து ஒரே காலமா transform ஆயிடுச்சு. என்ன பண்ணலாம் சார்? It's coming as a number text format. How can I convert it as a date? அவ்வளோதான் சார், சூப்பர். டிடெக்ட் டேட்டா டைப் ஒன்னு வரும், ஒன்னு வரும், தட்ஸ் ஓகே, நோ ப்ராப்ளம். பட் இப்போ தான் இயர்லி மந்த்லி வீக்லி ரிப்போர்ட்லாம் கரெக்டாக வரும். ஒன்று கிரியேட் பண்ணி பார்த்தோம். வில் கிரியேட் ஒன் ரிப்போர்ட் அண்ட் செக் ஆல்சோ. வீக்லினா அங்கே போய் 7 days மாற்றலாம் சொல்கிறது. ரிப்போர்ட் வி கேன் கிரியேட் நாட் ஹியர், இன் எக்ஸல் ஒன்லி வி கேன் கிரியேட் a report. சொல்கிறோம் சார். பட் திஸ் டசன்ட் ஹேவ் மந்த் வீக்லி. வேற ஒரு டேட்டா வச்சு வீக்லி நான் போட்டு காமிக்கிறேன் சார். இதில் வீக்லி இல்லை, எல்லாம் ஜனவரி தான் இருக்கு. வீக்லி ரிப்போர்ட் ஐ வில் டெல் யூ இன் another some other table, இந்த டேபிள் ஒன். Now let me load this home tab. I think 4th time we are doing it. I think you would have been well versed on this. நான் என்ன பண்ண போறேன்னு உங்களுக்கே தெரிஞ்சிருக்கும். Close and load to only connection. Add data model. Super. Now I want to create a chart or I want to create a report. Chart or report o unga ishtam da. Insert, pivot, table or chart on neenga decide பண்ணுங்க. I'll go with the table. Chart தான் நிறைய போட்டோமே. Table என்ன பண்ணணும்? From data model. Okay. Let us put the sales date into rows and sales amount into sigma. You can get yearly. Year expand பண்ணா monthly, quarterly expand பண்ணா monthly report வரும். இது date format இருந்தா தான் இப்படி பண்ண முடியும். If you have the date format only, you can do that. If it is not in a date format, you cannot create a report like this. Yearly, quarterly, monthly, latest version, daily கூட வரும். Latest version. But this report is not for daily. The daily report கிடையாது, because the data is not for daily. Date format கரெக்டா இருந்தா தான் வரும். Yearly, right click on this and go to group. Right click பண்ணி group பண்ணி நீங்களே கூட மாத்திக்கலாம். Whatever you want. I don't want yearly and monthly. I want only quarterly வேணாம். Year, because quarterly is as per calendar quarter, not as per the financial quarter. So I remove that quarters. Select years and months. Right click group. Normal pivot table பார்ப்போம். இதெல்லாம் basics of pivot table. So we'll get yearly, monthly report. Every year, every month. 2022 monthly, 2023 monthly, 2024 monthly. Yearly, monthly. Every year, every month. A normal pivot table. Right click, group. I selected years and months. அதை மட்டும் select பண்ணேன். Not quarterly எடுத்துட்டேன். I selected years and months and okay. Could you tell me how can I make this as a comparison report? எனக்கு last year ஜனவரிக்கும் இந்த year ஜனவரிக்கும் comparison பண்ணணும். என்ன பண்ணலாம்? Drag that sales date year. இந்த இயரை தூக்கி காலம்ல போட்டுருங்க. அவ்வளவுதான். வெரி சிம்பிள். இயர்ஸை தூக்கி காலம்ல போட்டுட்டு இந்த சேல்ஸ் டேட் ஒன்று மந்த் மட்டும் வரணும். ஒன்லி மந்த் ஷுட் அப்பியர். Remove that sales date. The sales date one. So yearly, monthly report. Every year, pivot, normal pivot table. Excel training pivot la vandinga adala handle பண்ணிருப்பாங்க. Since you are all aware of pivot table, that's why I am doing a little bit faster. Yearly, monthly comparison. If the date is in date format, அதெல்லாம் பண்ண முடியல, அதெல்லாம் பண்ண முடியாது. That's why we are converting into a proper date format in Power Queries. Consolidation, இப்போ பார்க்கலாமா? Break அப்புறம். Otherwise, consolidation பண்ணலாம். Is ready. Break பண்ணலாமா? Can you go for lunch break? So try to come as soon as possible. Actually, we have completed 4. இன்னும் எத்தனை இருக்கு? 8 இருக்கு. மொத்தம் 12. Consolidation equivalent to VLOOKUP. We have to இதுவரைக்கும் we have seen how to handle only one sheet. ஒரு sheet handle பண்ணதான் பார்த்துருக்கோம். Multiple sheets, multiple files and we handle. That's what we are going to see happening. So try to come as soon as possible. We'll try to finish as soon as possible. We will learn more concept. இன்னும் நிறைய கான்செப்ட் நம்ம கத்துக்கணும். So I'll stop the clock. Please, I'll start the class. Please, someone remind me to start the recording after the break. Break அப்புறம் நான் start